Hello again, everybody. It's Plowboy's Ghost Channel. Today I'm coming to you again from the living room. Had a little snow on the ground this morning, not a lot, but more than we usually do this time of November. Wind's blowing pretty loud, so figured I'd just do this inside. I've had this gun for a few days now, and kind of wanted to show it off to you. And no, I haven't forgot that we're going to shoot the Bulldog, the Charter Arms Bulldog 44 Special. We'll get to that too. Anyway, I picked up a new Cimarron 1875 Remington Outlaw, quotation marks. Well, as you can tell, I have already refinished the grips. I didn't like the bright red so much, or whatever it is. It's not really bright red, but you know, that coating that these come with is so thick, and it seems to me like the finish takes scratches and dents and dings easier than the wood does. You know, that original Cimarron finish takes the it shows the faults and the wounds more than just the wood does. So anyway, I went ahead and did. I stripped them down. Well, I didn't strip them. I sanded them because they were a little proud of the metal anyway. Sanded them down and got some Sedona red mid-wax stain, and then did a coat of stain, a little bit of staining afterwards with ebony. And I don't think it looks like either ebony or Sedona red. I'm going to show y'all something. If you're not familiar with these, with this 1875 Remington, they have color case hardened the complete grip frame around it up until the trigger guard. Trigger guard's just blued. And that, to me, that just looks so good. Well, immediately, I will tell you this, which I've already opened it up, slicked it up. It didn't take long. Y'all, I don't get nothing home and get something home and leave it alone. I go to open it up and messing with it. Tinkering, however you want to put it. But anyway, you know, I felt like this, which I love this 1858 conversion. Remember the Cimarron 1858 45 Colt conversion, and this ain't going anywhere either. This got its own feel. It's got its own place in my heart. And you know, so with that octagon barrel, it seems a little muzzle heavy. No big deal. I mean, shoot, we ain't scared of a little weight. And if worse comes to worse, if 5 shots don't get it done because of the slow reload, I'll tell you right now, I can beat somebody plumb to death with that with very little effort. I believe 1 or 2 hits, it'll knock down most houses. But anyway, I know a bull will take it, you know, and get knocked over by it pretty good. But now this 1875, it feels lighter in the hand. There's not as much weight out here on the end of it. It's actually, even though it's only like a little over 2/10 of a pound difference, just a few ounces difference, this just feels lighter. I guess more of the weight's probably back here, and not being as muzzle heavy as the octagon barrel conversion. But this feels light and nimble compared to that. This actually made my Schofield feel light and nimble. Anyway, something I wasn't aware of on the 1875 quote-unquote Outlaw was it's a 4-click. If y'all can hear that. And I didn't do much of anything to that other than just maybe do a little polishing. Didn't change no angles on anything. But you know, that's actually a good handling gun. I do, on these Remington clones, I do get a hold of this screw right here that puts tension on the mainspring, on the hammer spring. And I back it off a little bit until it's light enough that it feels good. I do a function test to make sure it's still hitting the primers plenty hard. And it is. And then, however much that screw's sticking out, I pull the screw out, and I take a little off the back of it so that it don't stick out much. It's pretty much flush right here. And it don't need any springs. I mean, that's pretty good in my opinion. So anyway, now I am for someone who was just a few months ago Remington clone poor, Remington pattern poor. Now we're talking about a tale of 2 Remingtons, or 1 outlaw and 1 conversion. I don't know, however you want to look at it. So anyway, this is in 45 Colt too. Cylinder gap on this is really small. I haven't measured it yet, but it's definitely not very wide. And I'll tell you another thing too. Between the two of these, shooting my my go-to hand load out of it, which is not, it's above the cowboy load, but it's definitely still standard pressure, shooting a 255 grain advertised 255 grain Lee. It's actually about 263 is what they weigh. Shooting that with a stout load of universal powder. I'll tell you right now, this bucks more than I expected it to. This bucks about like a full 40 grain black powder load with that my reload in it, smokeless load. But I'll also tell you this one right here, with my hand load, and that bullet is shooting point of aim at 10 yards, and it has probably got one of the smallest groups right out of the box of any of my single action revolvers. I'm really impressed with that. Of course, I probably need to shoot some more of them. I have single action revolvers in there that I haven't shot probably a year. Seems like 10 months to a year. I don't know, maybe have some that's more. I got out Daddy's old Super Blackhawk because I kind of want to take a deer with a handgun this year too. And I thought, well, 44 Magnum, I'm shooting a good 310 grain bullet out of it. That'll be my deer slayer. Y'all, I can hit so much better with this, and this is putting a nice hole in whatever it hits. And a 255, 263 grain bullet, it's still standard pressure velocities, but still full power velocities. I believe that'd take a deer with with good marksmanship, with hitting the right spot. I believe that'd take a deer pretty reliable. And I'm going to tell you right now, I can hit with this a lot better than I can that Super Blackhawk. I don't know what it is, but this makes me look like I can shoot. This ain't far behind it. Matter of fact, they're probably just about on par, but for some reason, a gun that I didn't really have to have and I didn't think much on wanting, I have fell in love with. Still a Schofield fan though. Anyway, we'll do some shooting before too long. I'm not going to forget that. Y'all, might as well go get another Cimarron, See, what day is today? Tuesday? Let's see. Nope. I get Cimarrons on Wednesday, so may have to wait a little more to get another one. Just kidding. I can't keep getting more guns. But anyway, y'all tell me what you think about the 1875 Outlaw. If you've shot one, if you just handled them, if you just like the way they look, if you're thinking, hey, that's a good-looking gun, I don't know. Give me your opinions. Hit like, subscribe, something about a notification bell. I don't understand it all, but hey, hit that too if you see it. Talk to y'all later.